Well, cowboys and cowboys and others, we're getting down to the final roundup here. And so with that, from San Francisco, California, Louise.
Well, don't forget him.
No, I'm not going.
He came from San Francisco.
Oh, Jesus!
What was all the commotion?
You missed the
Sorry.
You went to the little
So we
tree.
got to the Cowboys and Cowgirls part, and that's more like Arizona anyway. So, without further ado, Brad, you're the man.
All right, Brad!
From Phoenix.
So I got a
Neuroscience.
Time for science.
Sous scientist here. It's like a sous chef, but for science.
Science.
Not a native
Science.
Sue.
Easy.
So, my only talent really is to talk about science. This is the first and only non-musical act tonight, and here is helping us out. I'm going to give a neuroscience talk.
Oh, yay.
If you
Thank you,
haven't learned
Vanna.
anything, that's entirely accidental because I'm making half of it up anyway. So this is what I do. I think about thinking all day long.
There's the brain.
And it's very, very serious work.
It's a cauliflower.
Whenever I give my neuroscience talks, this is pretty much how I start. So it actually does help really to learn more about the brain the more that you eat. And really just absorbing the knowledge directly. And so some of you, it's kind of hard to see, but some of the work that I do involves what's called brain-computer interfacing. And this grew out of work done by this gentleman in the 1950s, and he had this great idea that if you electrically stimulate the brain, you can make something happen. And so he went out and proved this directly by implanting an electrode into a bull and standing there waiting for the bull to charge while he pressed a button, hoping that the bull would stop. Amazingly, this worked.
Cartoon.
I don't believe in anything I do that strongly, though. But this is really good proof of science in action.
Oh, wow.
However, some of the other things that we do in neuroscience.
Wow.
This is really back when
Was
there
that
weren't the
your
same,
confusion?
weren't really the same ethical restrictions that there are now. So this was an experiment showing how what the roots of emotional control are.
That's new.
And so they stimulated a different part of that cat's brain on the previous slide where we're going past it. And they elicited certain very strong kinds of emotions from that cat related to that poor monkey.
Poor monkey.
So this is a little bit hard to see. This is a Far Side comic. I work with a lot of neurosurgeons, and I really think this Far Side comic sums it up the best. And it's a bunch of surgeons standing around this poor guy, and one of them says, "Whoa, that was a good one. Try it again, Hobbs. Just poke his brain right where my finger is." And the guy's leg's kicking up. It's the first time I ever went into the first time I ever went into the OR and saw these guys doing brain surgery. It really was kind of like that. It was a little scary, actually. And then I think to end it, we're going to talk about a very famous case in neuroscience history, Mike the Headless Chicken. If you haven't heard of Mike the Headless
No.
If you haven't heard of Mike the Headless Chicken, this is a very famous case in the history of neuroscience, and he has his own fan pages on the internet. And Mike the Headless Chicken was actually at a farm, and they went to, do what they do in order for you to get your chicken dinner, and the guy cut a little bit too high and spared the chicken's brainstem. And it turned out that the chicken actually survived for another 2 years after this. He didn't have a head, didn't have any nostrils, didn't have anything, and he actually would go and peck at the ground with his phantom head. And they used a little dropper to feed him down the neck. And he's Mike the Headless Chicken. It really just shows you really don't need that much of your brain.
Too much to survive. And that's the moral of our story.
So this is the last one. This might be a little bit hard to see, but this is kind of interesting. And if this doesn't work, I'm sorry. But we'll try and do this little video here. Now, you're going to see a bunch of people standing around passing a book from one person to the next. And just follow the book and tell me how many times the book got passed around. And you know, I'm going to actually, if I escape out of this and do this full screen, this will be a little bit easier. So just keep track.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
You're next.
Yeah.
People on the
Please
side.
a little background noise.
That was a serious note.
Let's see, how do I do this?
Yes.
There are many different kinds of talent.
So there's the book you're watching. That one specifically, that's a pill actually. Can people kind of see it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Watch very closely, keep your eye on it.
Whoa. Can you see?
It gets really hard.
Whoa. 1,000.
Looks like there's books all over the place.
Oh.
Lost.
11.
No.
I
1,000.
I got 14.
So
Zero.
this is to prove a point about really what we can and can't do in terms of paying attention to things. Did anybody happen to notice in the middle of the video, this person dressed like a fly walked straight through the middle, wag his arms like this in the middle of the screen?
No.
Who missed the person dressed like a fly, walk from the side of the screen and go across? Stand in the middle and chicken dance and walk like that. So that's really one of the funny things that I like to study in terms of the brain is how it is that we can completely miss something obvious, like a person dressed like a fly walk through the middle of the room.
All right.